Hello girls, Sally here from Bridalicious. In this video, I want to teach you a new and a nicer way to achieve your healthy lifestyle through acknowledging and owning your emotions. You know, the thing that often rules our life and often our health. You know, you've tried and you've failed that perfect diet and exercise program in the past, and you can't seem to stick to anything for the long term. You feel that every time life throws a curveball at you, you just go off the rails. You try to tighten the reins by enforcing stricter food and exercise rules and willing yourself to conform, but it feels nearly impossible and the inevitable happens. We fall off the rails. And this just leaves us feeling more helpless, more disappointed, more guilty, more shame. And this whole process can be entirely soul destroying. But can I tell you there's hope? The cycle doesn't have to continue this way. So there is a new and nicer way. Introducing the happiness diet. It's that new and nicer way to achieve that healthy lifestyle and that wedding weight loss, or that wedding dress body that you totally deserve and desire. So my own personal story is a beautiful example of how the happiness diet actually played out. You may have learned about my story from my About page, but for those unfamiliar, I used to be your typical yo-yo dieter and weight loss roller coaster enthusiast. I'd feel crap about myself, so I would make the selection and off I'd go on my next health kick, usually one that forbid my favourite foods and committed to intense exercise, you know the ones, we've all been there. And I'd hold out for a week, sometimes a month, and one time I even completed a 12-week fitness challenge and came runner-up. Before Christmas that was, and then I started over again in the new year because I hadn't eaten. I'd felt starving, so overindulged at Christmas. Not sure if you can relate to this common but pretty regular theme that we see. I can't help but laugh at how surprised we all get when summer surprises us and we all go crazy trying to lose weight for summer, in summer, and then oops, Christmas falls upon us and we eat like we've been starving ourselves, because many of us have, before kicking off again in the new year, having gained the weight we lost and sometimes more. I'm guilty as charged of this genius approach to health, but have since lifted my focus. The turning point for me was two things. Number one, my doctor appealed to me for medical reasons, details of which I won't go into now, maybe later once we're better friends, and said coincidentally 6 months out from my wedding, Sally, I want you to eat more and I want you to exercise less. This advice I took on and felt a huge weight lifted off me. Didn't make sense at the time, but both emotionally and strangely physically as well. I began to think less about food and exercise and found happiness in moving for fun and eating to nourish myself, rather than moving and eating to shift calories. Totally different approach. The net result was weight loss. Who'd have thought? I married my best friend 6 months later and found incredible happiness and contentment in our marriage. I'm a little biased, but I feel God teamed me up with the best husband around, and this truly served my happiness, and in turn, it served my health. I'm not sure which one played out first, you know, the chicken before the egg before the chicken, but either way, my health was served by my happiness. And I'm not saying this is a one-size-fits-all, but of the hundreds of clients I've trained, I've seen a direct link with their happiness and their health. When they're happy and they're loving life, they thrive at their food and exercise. When they're experiencing high stress or low points, the habits of food and exercise often go out the window, along with their results. So that's not to say that you can't be unhappy. In fact, the exact opposite is true. Sometimes stress and discontentment comes from a place of feeling the pressure to always be positive and happy, because the world, especially social media, tells us that we should be. By acknowledging that we're meant to feel 4 positive emotions, pleasure, gain, praise and fame, as well as their opposites, pain, loss, blame and disrepute, and getting a healthy support network around you in the harder times ensures you can still nourish your love tank. By focusing more on the things that make you happy, which includes serving others, and taking focus off the mechanics of food and exercise, you can get your desired results more easily and sustain it. No more roller coasters, no more yo-yos, and no more striving. Why not give the happiness diet a go and experience for yourself the new and nicer way to achieve a healthy lifestyle for good?